Rob Michaelson with NBC 10 Boston. It's Halloween season. I'm at the Salem Inn, and we're on a ghost hunt. My heart's racing. My heart's racing. There might be spirits here. What?
The door just opened. Weldon said something is here.
Okay, so I don't know, but I did feel a little something, but I'm not sure. Longtime paranormal investigator Anthony Duda invited me to join him and his medium friend Welton Arcos on their first official ghost hunt at the Salem Inn in Salem, Massachusetts, which has had many haunted happenings. So how are you feeling right now?
Well, this is a big one because what this is this has never been investigated before. And so this is a big get. A lot of places in Salem have been investigated and have been investigated to death, really. But this is one of the very few, if not the only place in Salem that is considered haunted that hasn't been investigated.
First crack.
First crack.
We're gonna look for ghosts!
Yes.
Sorry, am I too loud? There are people sleeping upstairs. We're gonna look for some ghosts. Anthony is a seasoned paranormal investigator who has been researching the other side for over 40 years. He trusts Welton to connect to the spirits during their many investigations across New England and beyond. Also joining us on tonight's hunt was innkeeper Jill, night innkeeper Suzanne, and some of Anthony's friends to help. Some with very stylish jackets. 3 ghosts have become legendary at the Salem Inn. One is a woman dubbed Catherine, the second is a little boy playing around, and the third is a cat. So apparently there's a ghost cat in the building. If anything happens, I'm gonna use these birds as a distraction to occupy the ghost cat so that I can escape, because I'm a coward. You're here at the front desk, and you hear all these ghost stories, but you haven't experienced anything yet.
No, I'm not.
But are you afraid that you're going to experience something someday?
No, I'm not afraid. Actually, I would love to experience something one day.
Wow, so you ain't afraid no ghost.
No?
There's Lady Ghost. Doesn't like the guys, but they say if you leave a drink out for her, she'll leave you alone.
She prefers to be left alone.
The hotel's guests have reported many spooky experiences.
We have had a few people that stayed here at different times that were psychics that also mentioned little boys and girls that were living here. And our night innkeeper has heard the sound of bouncing balls.
We could hear a ball bouncing every single night, every night. And we thought it was like the bathroom vent and whatnot. They totally removed the bathroom vent and it was still doing it. And then one night, it was about 2 in the morning, and it was getting very annoying. So I didn't know the little boy's name, so I gave him a name. And I asked him to stop playing ball at night. It stopped. But then the gentleman in room 17, 2 nights later, came down and told me he heard a ball bouncing all night. So I told him, don't worry, don't get scared, it's just the little boy. I asked him to play somewhere else.
All right, so we are in room 17. Anthony?
Yes.
Are you feeling anything yet? I'm feeling excited.
I'm feeling excited, but I'm not the one that has the psychic feelings. I'm probably the least psychic person in the world.
We have a psychic with us.
Well, we have a psychic with us. Well,
Bring it in here. You are our resident psychic here. So you're going to be kind of feeling out the ghosts. There's a few ghosts I hear. When you come into a space like this, what's your strategy? What are you really looking for?
My strategy is always touch the premises, to guide, like flashes of the property. What's happened here before, who's here, and then I try to bring the ghosts to communicate with them.
Suzanne told us more about her own encounters while Welton surveyed the hotel for the spirits.
Kid ghosts, they all seem very nice.
Oh good, well behaved.
Yes.
Well behaved little Caspers.
We've had guests that have actually put pennies in different areas and not tell us where, and then go back and say, those pennies are gone.
Whew.
So, and they say the little boy liked to go around and take pennies and marbles.
Then, out of nowhere, Welton had a surprise message for her. Okay.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Hello.
They trust her. The kids trust you.
I hear that at night.
That's great.
Y'all gonna make me cry now.
And this is emotional because, it's nice to kind of get, a little connection with them.
A little too emotional.
Well, you have grandchildren. It's almost like you have ghost
I know.
grandchildren now.
Well, that's why I say I love ghost friends.
We want to kind of connect to them. We're not here to antagonize or get into
No.
ghost fights. We're here to connect and learn, right?
Exactly, that's what I do. Like, I'm not here to scare them. I'm not here to
Right.
say you don't belong here.
We're gonna go upstairs. All right, so we are already getting activity. We're not even set up yet, and already we have our medium talking to the kids and getting a little connection with Suzanne. So I'm excited because we are already experiencing a lot of really interesting things, and again, very nervous. The emergency exit is here, so let's kind of. This is where I'll run if anything spooky happens. I thought we'd be able to chill out, play some Jenga, but I think things are rolling. Things are rolling pretty fast, so we're gonna see what we find.
But what I want to do is set up a full spectrum camera looking down these steps, just to see if we get any image going up and down these steps.
Anthony has a wealth of experience and is an endless source of knowledge on any spiritual topic.
You know when you hear the old wives' tale as you know, when you see a ghost, the hair stands up on the back of your neck, or like
Right.
Welton does on his arms, and that's usually static electricity.
Okay.
When a ghost manifests static electricity in the air, the hair sticks up on the back of your neck. This is a DC meter. The meters they walk around with on these ghost hunting shows are AC meters. AC meters are great for measuring radiation from electrical wires and things like that, you know, but they're not good for measuring ghosts. The best thing you can use in paranormal investigation are your own senses, your nose, your eyes, your ears. But people are so busy, you know, looking at small screens and looking into this and looking that. A ghost could walk right by them and they'd miss it because they're so busy looking into their equipment. Tech is great if you use it as a tool, but you still have to use your senses.
Anthony uses various tools as object triggers, which are meant to attract ghosts for possible detection. And one of them was this creepy doll.
What a trigger object is it's something to bring a ghost forward. In other words, something, say if you have a child ghost, it's a toy or something that a child ghost would want to play with.
Okay.
A child would be interested in this from the 1800s because it's something that a child from the 1800s might play with, that their parents or grandparents might make for them.
They wouldn't recognize a Furby or something, but they would recognize this.
Well, I wouldn't recognize a Furby either because
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay. Okay. If anything gets near it, it automatically goes off.
Right.
We've already established here through Welton that, you know, there are child ghosts here. So I would put this, according to Welton, where the highest concentration is, where he hears the laughter.
This is going to be important later, trust me. So we're going to go upstairs for an EVP session to see if there is a spirit in room 17 that wants to communicate with us. Spooky. We started the EVP session to see if any spiritual sounds could be caught on tape.
EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomena. And what that is when you ask the spirit, whatever spirit is present, questions. And normally what we do in a situation like that is you ask a question. You don't ask multiple questions. You ask basically very simple questions. And you usually give 10 to 15 seconds a gap in between before you ask the next question. That gives the spirit a chance to answer.
And so we begin.
If there are any spirits here, or anyone that would like to speak to us, would you please do so now? What is your name? What year did you die?
Is your name Catherine? Do you have a cat?
How many men are in this room?
Do you like that I'm here in this room?
Okay, we thank you for your cooperation, and we thank you for your answers. Thank you.
But there might be some inhuman spirits. Tell me more about that.
The inhuman spirits are the hardest ones to get rid of, and they're also the nastiest. When you're dealing with Aunt Martha that just doesn't want to leave the room, or she doesn't want to leave because she wants to keep an eye on the kids, or grandma wants to keep an eye on the kids. Okay, that's nice, because you know, you're dealing with a human spirit, and when someone was alive at one time on the human plane, in a human spirit, you can deal with them on human terms. They were alive, you can deal with them as a human. If you're dealing with a non-human spirit, you can't deal with them on human terms because they were never human.
Help me feel better, because like now I'm spooked, Welton. Any feelings of non-human entities, or so far we're dealing with the humans?
I don't feel nothing bad here
Sweet.
whatsoever.
That's all I need to know.
And this is not supposed to be on. This is only supposed to be on when someone is around it. So that's very strange.
That's been on the whole time, and again, it's not supposed to be on
No.
unless there's something near it, either human or spirit or non-human. Ugh.
To top it off, I don't mean to interrupt you,
Yeah,
but to top
come
it
on. off,
it's humid in here because we've been in here and we're, it's warm in here.
I'm very hot.
Yes, you are.
Well, thank
and warm it up, Bob. And the thing is, it's very warm in here, so that works basically on the principle of static electricity. So there's no static electricity in here because it's humid in here.
Right.
It's not dry. So that shouldn't be going off at all, really, unless somebody is really near it or really touching it.
So if there's a spirit in the room right now, they might be just hanging out right there and
Saying,
looking at one of
"Hey,
us.
I'm here."
We're gonna go downstairs to the basement where Welton felt some activity, and we're gonna see what else we find. So I was just walking down to the basement, and I didn't know Welton was down here. He just scared the bononkers out of me. So my heart's racing. My heart's racing.
Sorry if I scared you.
Anthony had a full spectrum camera to try and catch a paranormal visual.
Okay, so I'm just going to walk around. Okay. We're only here to photograph you and prove your existence here. It can see things that we cannot see with our eyes.
We tried to film where Welton felt spiritual energy. Welton felt a presence in this very hallway, so we're kind of focusing here to see if maybe the spirit remained here.
Right.
Okay.
The device I have in my hand will be able to pick you up. Okay, on a count of 3, please. 1, 2,
And then, actually, I felt something. I felt like it got a little colder before the count of 3. So I don't know, but I did feel a little something, but I'm not sure. So, Catherine, baby, you're here. I love you. And if you like me, great. If you don't like me, I apologize. All right, am I freaking out? I'm freaking out. All right, let's get out of this hallway. All right. Of course, right when we take a filming break, something happened.
It shouldn't set it off anyway.
The trigger object's going off, and it shouldn't be. That means there may be something over there.
Yeah.
Remember that doll has a sensor around it, and it just went off
3 times.
3 times. It only goes off when someone goes near it, and nobody was around. So, just gonna accept it. There might be spirits here. What?
The door just opened. Weldon said something is here.
Okay, Ray.
The door just opened itself.
He closed the door fully before.
Alright, what's closed?
It was closed.
Right, and
And
if
you-
you close it, it can't just open itself. It doesn't, you have to actually turn the knob to get it to open.
Something had to get near it.
We'll stop here.
Got near it.
I can't tell you how many times I've worked here, opened that door, and found this open. Yeah, see?
And
You
push it.
can't just,
And push it. And the door doesn't open.
All right, we gotta talk to this ghost.
And I can't tell you how many times that happens on a paranormal investigation. It's when you least expect it.
We were just chatting.
Well,
we were relaxing.
That's when it happens because it's sort of like when you're off guard. It's sort of like, hey, I'm here.
Right.
It just wants. It's a hey, I'm here, and there it is. And no one was anywhere near that.
No, I was right over here.
And I was
And
over there.
I'm the news guy. I got the facts. And nobody was near that doll when the trigger went off.
That's true.
And
That's true.
you can trust me. I'm with NBC. Too many coincidences. The doll, the door, Welton, had that feeling around the same time. I mean, we may be communicating with something tonight. I was over here. The doll went off. The door opened. So this stuff's been happening. So this is your first kind of experiencing it firsthand.
yeah.
So for you, this is like, oh my God, people have been telling the stories, but now I'm experiencing it. Must be crazy. A little bit.
Well, it's one of the other things too, is that would happen very regularly while I'll be working down here. I'm down here a lot by myself after the guests have gone and I'm cleaning up or whatnot. And often I will open the first door which leads to the hallway, and the other door will be open. And I know I closed it because that's where our laundry room is, and you know, we don't want the guests to have to look at our laundry.
Are you ready for more?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Bring it on.
Bring it on. All right. I like high five. Bam!
Yeah.
Let's find some ghosts. We had to have one more EVP session to see if they could communicate one last time. One of the assistants on the team and my cameraman, Ray, felt something before we started.
We heard something actually, and both Ray and I, from that.
You heard something, Ray?
Oh yeah.
Like I heard
It's like a movement.
like a movement from right in there. Like, and it was funny because the moment I turned my head, I saw you did too as well. So.
The Salem Inn, October 2nd, 2019, Anthony Duda. Does our presence upset you?
Why do you open the door when I'm working here?
Did you make the noise of the doll go off earlier? Can you touch the doll that's on the table?
Can you make any kind of sound that can let us know you're here?
We're going to remain silent, and we're going to leave the recorder running. If you have anything you'd like to say, now is your chance to do so.
Again, something happened that wasn't noticed by the rest of the group.
During the 60
during the
seconds,
time?
remember,
Right.
like it was like as I was going in this, like looking around, then I heard something, and then I noticed that Ray moved his head towards that area as well. So,
Interesting.
but then at the same time, I did as if somebody was listening and walking towards us.
I mean, right now it seems you and Ray, you guys are pretty good looking. Like maybe the ghost is likes the nice looking guys, you know? I talked to Anthony later that week, and he didn't pick up any concrete audio or video evidence of the paranormal on his devices. But he has done hundreds of investigations and is sure that there's something paranormal happening at the Salem Inn. The first-hand experiences we had that night definitely leave some questions and a lot of excitement. So how do you feel at the end of this?
I want to hear more. I want to see more.
You want to see more? You got the
do.
bug.
I do.
That's right.
I think the Salem Inn is very haunted.
Seems to be.
It seems to be. Definitely something is here. I don't feel there's anything bad here. I think it's just positive energy.
That's right. If you want to see ghosts, come on over here. But in the meantime, this is Rob at NBC 10 Boston. Stay spooked. I'll catch you later. Stay spooked? Is that like my catchphrase now? Yeah. Rob, ghost reporter.
Rob, Ghost Reporter, NBC.